Hi. I just was working on something today and I thought it would be fun to share this. I'm starting to make a rag rug on the sewing machine using tons of scraps. I have cut a bunch of scraps and these aren't very long. They're 8 inches or so, and they're all the way from 3/4 of an inch wide to 1.25 inches or something. And I also have a spool of macrame cord. That's what I had on hand, so that's what I'm using. You could probably use, I know you could use, you can use clothesline rope. And I don't even think it matters if it's cotton or nylon. But I was just thinking, man, I need to use up some of these scraps. I have tons of scraps. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make some. I'm going to work on this rug. And if I can figure out how to get you where you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see that. What I've done was I started covering my cord with these strips. I set my machine on the widest zigzag that I have and a longer stitch, and I just started going. At first I started a little spot about like so, and then I just started folding it around. And what I'm doing is I am zigzagging back and forth, and then when I get to a spot where I want to stop, I want to make sure that my needle is down, and then I just wrap some more. And this is kind of a raggedy type thing. It's not fancy or anything like that, but it's a wonderful way to use up strips of fabric, old pieces. I have, I think, 2 or 3 totes of scraps, and I just thought this would be a wonderful way to use them up and a way to share this with you. And you can take this off and you can iron it if you want to keep it flat. And I don't have to usually do that until it gets a little bit bigger. And it does get kind of harder as you go along because you have to kind of fold it in on itself to get it when you're making it bigger. And you can also kind of curve it up like this and make it into a bowl. So if you need a little bowl on your table or somewhere. But I have all these black and red and white fabric strips, and I thought, well, that would make a pretty rug. So I just thought I would show you how I do it. And I just go a little bit, wrap a little bit. It's not one of those projects that is super quick. It's kind of something to do, just to have something to do. And I just try to make sure that it's laying nice and flat, and I want to make sure that my pieces are tight together. And if you have to rip it out, it's not like the end of the world. But always make sure that you leave your needle down when you're getting ready for the next strip, and don't get too close. Like I got kind of close there. Don't get too close, because then you don't leave yourself room for wrapping. And like I said, it doesn't have to be fancy and perfect wrap. As you can see, there's probably some jagged ends and stuff, and you know, I kind of like that. It makes it more of a folky, rustic feeling. But this is such a good way, and you can just make it all kinds of crazy colors, or you can do with a theme. And this one I'm doing with these color theme because I think I have a lot of scraps that I can use. I'm always trying to find things to use up scraps. I hope you can see that all right. Let me see if I'll put it. Maybe that's a better angle. I'll sew a little bit, but I just try to make sure that I'm hitting both sides, my rope and my previous one. And that kind of got twisted. I don't want the inside showing. I want the black and white, so I did back up a little there. And I have had to rip these out, and they're actually not that hard to rip out. You just grab and rip. It's annoying, but it's not hard. But it's just a wonderful way to use up scraps. And you can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. You could stop right there and have a coaster. Anyway, I thought it would be a fun thing to show you. And I kind of, when I put these on, I kind of go a little bit at an angle. It's not like a crucial, it has to be at a such and such degree angle. No, it doesn't. Just wrap it around there. And I have made these using, what are those things called? It's like a 2.5 inch strip, and it comes on a roll of them, and it's like all color coordinating, and that's all well and good, but I'm like, I want to make something using scraps. So that's what I'm making. Now see, this is where some of it was kind of hanging up, and it didn't get put down. That's all right. I don't care. It's a rug. I'm going to step on it. I'm not going to put my head on it. So I'm thinking it just kind of adds to the rustic feeling. I am going to go to Dollar Tree and see if I can find some more clothesline, because I'm pretty sure the last one I made, I used clothesline. And I would like to continue that. I'm sure that would be a cheaper way to go. I tell you, I looked on other, like Walmart and different places, and I don't want to pay that much for some rope that I'm just going to be covering up. And what got me started to do this today was I was thinking about getting some of this rope, or macrame rope, or whatever you want to call it, and crocheting around it for a basket. And then I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to do one of those rugs, use up some of my scraps. This is my year of scrap using, so I've been trying to make a lot of things using scraps. Anyway, that's how I make a scrap rug. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you.